Expect the best used car deals guaranteed. Visit arnoldclark.com.
Welcome to Peter and Ruffy's Football Show, sponsored by Arnold Clark. I'm Peter Martin, delighted that you could join us on the programme. And we've got three in the studio tonight. Good goalkeeper, good midfielder and an exceptional striker who knows what it's like to be at a World Cup. We'll get the thoughts of Darren Jackson after we see what we're going to talk about. Ruffy, have you ever been to a World Cup?
Yeah. Obviously, we'll be talking about the League Club.
I've got to take. Listen, if you give it out, you've got to take it back, Ruffy. It's as simple as that. Of course. Hey, Ruffy, what a signing! What a signing! He's been to a World Cup.
It's great. I'm glad Barry's not here because Barry just can't handle it at all because he's never been to one.
He's going to be raging at the staff night out, I have to tell you. Anyway, Darren, great to have you on the show. We've got lots to talk about. Of course, we will indeed talk about the quarterfinals of the Betfred League Cup coming up, and Celtic looking to try and keep it going. 3 successive League Cup victories, and certainly when you hear from Neil Lennon, he doesn't want to let that cup slip away from Celtic Park.
You want to keep the momentum going, but ultimately it's a quarter-final of a cup competition, so we want to win the game. And we want to play well, we want to keep our form going, and you know, the club, the team, a lot of the players here, you know, won 3 League Cups in a row, and ultimately we want to, you know, keep that cup run and both the competitions going for as long as possible. So in terms of our thinking, the fact that, you know, Partick have brought in a new manager yesterday, it hasn't affected the way we're approaching the game.
It's a strange situation, Darren, because quite simply, if Celtic slip up in any of the 2 cups, some people might look and go, well, that's a failure.
That's the problem Lenny's got, and I think that's why he'll be playing a strong team. They've got an incredible squad now, so it'll be a strong team whoever he plays. But the pressure is on a bit for Lenny. He won the league obviously at the end after Brendan left. He won the cup, but this is his team. He'll want to go and win the treble, and the first one's obviously the League Cup. So I know how determined he'll be, but that wee incentive of going and trying and winning the treble on his own, It'll be huge for Lenny. Yeah,
and of course they come up against your old team, Ruffy. I say your old team. You still keep an eye on them. There's still some involvement emotionally as well. But they've got Ian McCall in there. Are you happy with that appointment?
Yeah, I think he is the manager for him. You have to look at Ayr United in the last couple of years. If you're going to try and attract a manager, you want somebody who's been successful, and he is riding pretty high just now. He will get something out of the players. New managers usually do. It's a daunting task. I don't think he's taking the team tonight. I think he's just going to go and watch it. But he'll have to get something out of the players, because Partick Thistle shouldn't be sitting at the bottom of the league. Yeah, and of course we managed to get that photograph of Ian after someone had told him a really funny joke, because, as you know, he keeps his emotions in check, doesn't he, Hugh?
It wasn't as if he just won a club there, was it? It was the scarf above his head. Aye, but you'll have to keep his emotions in check, because you've got a really serious job to do there. Yeah. Thistle, you know, what's all the stories and the hoopla that him and Archie coming back, Alan Archibald coming back.
They must have had to sell him something though, Hugh, because I don't think this consortium still got to come out and tell the fans what the plans are. So they must have been able to convince him that it was worthwhile jumping ship from Ayr. I
think as well, though, there was we over-talked that at times, but there was a big an emotional connect with Thistle anyway. I think he always fancied going back to Thistle, Collie, because any time, you know, I was there, he seemed to be in the stand anyway, you know. So I think there was, and I think he realises if he gets it right at Thistle, they should be at the top of the championship. They should be a team that's going for promotion. Yeah. Ayr, he's over, you know, he's just overperformed at Ayr. You wouldn't think that Ayr would be a team that could get in. He did very well with them. But this is a good opportunity for McCall.
Yeah, OK, here's how Celtic and Partick Thistle fit into the quarter-final draw. Some tasty games there. Livingston against Rangers we'll just discuss in the next couple of minutes. Hearts Aberdeen for me is the tie of the round. And then it's Kilmarnock against Hibs, which people are looking at for very differing reasons with regards to this clamour to get managers sacked, and then of course Celtic Partick Thistle there. So as we switch our attention to the match Livingston against Rangers, so many of us have been asking the question, what would success be for Rangers this season? Obviously the desire for most Rangers fans is to stop Celtic getting 9 and possibly 10 consecutive titles, but Gary McAllister reckons that maybe getting one piece of silverware will be the starting point.
This is an early opportunity to try and get to Hampden. It's the first of the 4 competitions we're in that the final comes upon us, so we're just trying to keep the momentum going. I think people might look at it and say that it might be at the bottom of our priority list, but no, I think this club needs to win. So we'll be very, very strong, and our preparation will be diligent getting into this game, just like it's been in this recent run of great results. I think our first trophy would bring back greater belief within the club and the fantastic fan base that we've got here, you know, and the people that come to Ibrox. So getting that first one is crucial.
Gary McAllister, I think, echoing the sentiments of many a Rangers fan who's looking at it and seeing the gradual progress. Just getting the first bit of silverware suddenly would lift the confidence to kick on again.
I think there's no doubt about that, Peter. It's the first trophy. I think they'll demand a trophy from themselves. They'll demand they need to win a trophy this year. But it'll stop Celtic potentially winning the treble as well. So that can be a big thing. I'm not saying it's for them, but it's a big thing for the Rangers fans as well. But
in your mind, are they good enough to do it this season?
I think they've got a better team, yes. I do think they can compete. Now, we watched the Old Firm game, and I still think Celtic are beyond them just now. But in a one-off game in a cup final, you know anything can happen. But I do think that without doubt they've got a stronger squad. There's no one in there that you would say probably shouldn't be there who came from maybe up the ranks when they were winning leagues, the lower leagues and that. So I think they've got a stronger squad that if they do change it, it's not really weakening the team now.
Yeah, they've got the stats to back it up as well, Hugh. 40 goals, only 8 conceded.
Yep, and if you took, and you can't, but if you took the Celtic game out of their season, it's been blemish-free, you know, and we know you can because it's got such a huge influence in Scotland. He's qualified for Europe again, which is great implications for them. A good run in the league, huge game at Livingston. I think that's a game to watch because Gary Holt, Livingston set them up in a certain way. The surface isn't what visiting teams want. There'll be 1 or 2 missing from the Rangers team. I think Defoe will start, Morelos won't. I don't think that's any great weakening, of course. But there'll be others. Maybe but they're all big games now for Rangers because Gary McAllister had it bang on. Of course, he knows it's all about winning.
Yeah, I hate to bleat on about it, Ruffy, but if we keep bleating on about it, hopefully common sense will prevail. The pitch is a nightmare. That's the worst pitch for me, the Livingston one. It's got too many of the black pellets on it. I think the ball bounces unnaturally, and I think tomorrow night, there's no Kent, there's no Jones. Brandon Barker's out with a toe injury as well. So you're looking, you're saying to yourself, he picked up an injury on that surface. I just think it's absolute stupidity that we're still persevering with it. People are looking and still laughing at us. Yeah,
particularly when it's on the television, it just looks horrendous. I know Hamilton have upgraded theirs a wee bit, but still the ball just doesn't flow. It bounces, and if you really look at the games, there's people sliding about all over the place, particularly big guys, are finding it hard to turn and twist, and they're the ones that are picking up the injuries. So that's only Rangers' problem, I think, at Livingston, is that surface, is getting your head round to saying to the players, like, you have to be extra cautious on this surface, and Rangers have been caught out a couple of times on that surface, so that's what they'll have to be wary of.
Yeah, if you're hell-bent on adding any extra revenue, build the build the 11-a-side pitch somewhere next to it. They've got pitches out there.
They've got one
So
out,
build one out
the
there
back.
and put up.
I agree with you.
Look at Easter Road, Darren. It was great, Nick, the other day.
I agree with you. I'm not a huge fan. I do get for revenue for the lower teams, but once you come to the Premier League, I think it should be grass because it's our top division. We're trying to sell it, and I think it should be grass.
Yeah. Okay. Give me your prediction then, Ruffy, on the two big guns. Is there going to be a slip up for Celtic against Partick Thistle? And bearing in mind, Ruffy, you're talking about from now way back to January of the start of this year, you've tipped Thistle to hammer everybody. So what do you think is going to happen in this one?
I don't think it's going to happen this time. Somehow. No, I think, as Dan said there, Celtic have got too much in reserve. And anybody that does come on that park will be wanting to prove to the manager they should be in the team. So that's a doubler. So no, I don't think Celtic will have any problems. I think Rangers might initially getting to deal with the surface, but once they get the goal, I think they'll win it quite easy.
Goal crucial for Rangers, preferably early for Ibrox supporters, and I think that'll be much the tougher game. I think Celtic will be pretty comfortable at home. Players coming in, as Ruffy says. So, but I see both teams going through.
Any shocks?
No, I don't think there'll be any shocks. I think that both will go. Celtic will go through very comfortably, but and I think Rangers will go through as well.
Yeah, if you're picking it as a neutral, a good game to go to, certainly Tynecastle is the venue. Hearts against Aberdeen. I just wonder, Ruffy, if maybe some of the fans who were shouting, and I mean, this is the thing about it with fans that nowadays, there's no tolerance. There's certainly not an ability to give someone, cut anybody else's slack. There's a sack race going on at the moment. We're wondering who's going to win it. Craig Levein, I think, enjoyed his moment at the weekend because he's had so much hassle.
Yeah, and he'll be hoping the players enjoyed it as well, because the players are the main ones in this one. They've got to believe that everything Craig tells them is going to come true, and that win in a derby game will give them a lift. They're possibly fortunate enough. I know Aberdeen won at the weekend, but they're not firing on all cylinders either, so they've got home advantage. So I think they might just nick this one.
I can see. I think it'll be really, really tight. I mean, it's a huge game still for Craig, because if he had a loss on Sunday, we'd all been turning up with cloaks and scythes, the Grim Reaper, because that would have been, the team would have been really out. But I think I know Derek McInnes is struggling with injuries at the moment, but he still sets up a really difficult team to beat. I think this will be this. If I was saying anything this one night, I would say a toss of the coin. And I think Aberdeen might just have the quality up front to win it.
Yeah, they've played 13 games already. They've won 7, they've drawn 3, they've lost 3, Aberdeen. For me, the one they won at the weekend was just daylight robbery, because Livingston battered them.
Yeah, so I heard. I was speaking to someone who was at the game, but the confidence of going third, Peter. You're looking at that league and you're third in the league, and you're maybe not firing, as you said. So I think it'll be a hard game. I think it'll go into extra time, the game, and for Lockie, for Gary Locke, and for the Hearts, I hope they go on and win it. But I just think Aberdeen could be too strong for them.
Yeah.
With a Cosgrove, a hard player to play against, and the centre halves look very nervous just now at Hearts. And I think he could be a big player on the night. Yeah,
don't worry, Darren, if you have to offend anybody. I mean, Ruffy went through a 6-year period where he had friends at every club that he was tipping. So
now he's not got friends in the studio.
So he's just hammering everybody now. So I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, any of you guys Hearts or Aberdeen?
I'm go for Aberdeen.
I'm Hearts.
Yeah, okay. And the last one of the 4 is the one where I thought he was Angelo Alessio Hugh was the favourite for the sack because of the way he started. Slowly but surely they're just starting to turn it around, and they come up against a Hibs side that, I can hear great growlings of discontent among the Hibbies.
Yep, that's changed completely. The whole dynamic around that has changed completely. Alessio at the start of the season, after the Connor Key fiasco, was, very short price to go. I actually thought they would maintain him for a variety of reasons, not least the ego of Billy Bowie, who brings him in. He's not going to be proved wrong immediately. He's going to get a wee bit more latitude than most managers have got. But great things, results. The guy's picked up a few results. Good on him. But the guy that's going into the game with all the burden on him taking. But I think Kilmarnock will win that.
Yeah, I mean, 1-4, drawn 1, Raphael lost 4. They've scored 8 goals this season and conceded 10. So clearly, when you lose the likes of a Chris Boyd, when you lose a Greg Stewart, you're looking at Brophy and thinking you've got to be prolific.
Yeah, he looked pretty good on Saturday. You know, I think he had a couple of chances. He'll be enthused by the goal that he scored. And why shouldn't he be? It was a cracker. But for me, it's Hibs' defence. They look powder puff, even at Hearts at the weekend there. They get bullied out of the first goal. And it's the defence. If you can get the defence sort of organised to some extent, they've got a chance. But the way they're losing goals just now, it's going to be a hard one. But I always think when a manager's struggling, they get a result. And I think they will get one. It'll be really close, but I think, like Darren, it'll have to go to extra time.
Yeah, I mean, Ron Gordon said that Heckingbottom's going to be given the time to turn it around.
Well, that's fair enough. He did well when he came in. By all reports, he is a very good coach. He's young, he still wants to learn, and I do think he should be given time. But I think this one will be, you're talking about Livingston pitch, I think Kilmarnock's pitch is probably the worst, and I think that'll play a big part in it, that they're used to it. Hibs are not used to it, so I fancy Kilmarnock on the night.
Yeah, never like to report again on what is an alleged racist chant towards Uche Ikpeazu, but Hibs are definitely looking into it to see if there is any individual that was guilty of a possible chant towards the Heart striker. Certainly when Ikpeazu came into the press room after the game, he didn't mention it to any of us that he was aware of it. So clearly this is an ongoing investigation, and we wait to see if indeed yet again Scottish football is tarnished by individuals who clearly are not getting the message. There was a strong-willed lady handing out a message at the FIFA Awards last night. We'll talk about that after we give you the quiz for this week. I think it's a fairly easy one if you know your football. I have to say, though, the goal that they're talking about, without mentioning his name, is it in the top 3 goals scored at a major tournament of all time, Hugh?
For me, yeah, particularly being a final.
Yeah.
You know, I think a goal's tariff goes, the higher the level you get. It's why I thought Bale's goal, the overhead kick in the Champions League rates very, very highly, because that was at a crucial time in the match, and it was an overhead kick in the Champions League final. But that goal scored by the guy we won't name at the moment, that rates very highly for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe behind Carlos Alberto, maybe the best
Brazilian
goal,
one?
the best goal in the cup final ever.
No,
Maradona.
Maradona against England.
It's not a final.
It's not a final, but
it's
a tournament.
A tournament.
I'm talking about cup final, best goal in the cup final.
Best goal in the cup final.
Zidane.
Zidane is the Champions League final.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's the Champions League final. Yep,
So
good
that
call.
goal's really not even in the top 6.
Yeah.
Don't want this to nice guy.
And that's the level. That's the level you've got to get to, Dan. It's all the way down from here. What about the winners? Let's have a look. Who picked up the gongs? It was nice that Andrew Robertson made the squad list of players that were being considered. It would have been even better if he'd made the final 11. That would have been some achievement done.
I think it's quite harsh he's not actually made the final 11. Him and Trent Arnold. I mean, they've put Ramos at right back, I think, just to fit him in.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Ramos didn't deserve to be in, but they've put him at right back. Trent Arnold was incredible. They've gone and won the Champions League. They've taken the league to a point, and Robertson was out of this world.
Yeah.
And I think it's very harsh he's not in.
Yeah, you're a Ramos fan, Ruffy. I know you didn't like Puyol.
No.
Do you like any Spanish defenders?
No, I think he's a wonderful player, but I just think sometimes he can be rash and do silly things, and all of a sudden.
12
get a red
sending
card.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 sending offs, but he's not a bad person. I think fair play to Megan Rapinoe. I think, there's various pronunciations of it, but nevertheless, Hugh, full marks to her. Some people might think she's gobby. I love her.
I love her, aye.
Standing up and saying, by the way, it's not just about the sports stars who need to stand up. It's all the other people to stand up against, anyone who is guilty of racism, sectarianism, of course. And she's standing up for equality as well, and fair play to her.
Yeah, I think so as well. And there's a hugely highly profile case in America which doesn't get the attention over here. Colin Kaepernick, the NFL taking the knee, and he just can't find another club now. And he's one of the, he's a top class quarterback. So it still exists, racism at a high level of sport. And she's quite right to put her head above the parapet. Good on her.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to all the winners. It'll be interesting. We'll look at the quarterfinals in the company tomorrow night. Of course, Ruffy will be with me, and Barry Ferguson still has got a wee break at the moment. Don't worry, he's not in hiding because they lost to Auchinleck Talbot. I promise you that. He will be back with us on Friday. But for the moment, Darren, in his first appearance, you can follow Darren Jackson, of course, across the social media on Instagram. There's some fantastic posts, various areas of him driving his new limousine, Ruffy. I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah, I've actually been in the limousine. It's very comfortable, bit of class, bit of luxury.
Yeah. Part of the deal is to pick me up at Bellshall Station every Wednesday as part of the contract.
Absolutely. Listen, great to have Darren with us. You can follow us across all the social media. You can get us on Twitter and Instagram, and of course on Facebook Live every day, Monday to Friday. If you like, share and follow and join the ever-growing football family, and across YouTube at 5:30 every night. You can comment, we will get back to you, and there are competitions aplenty for you to win some good football prizes. From Darren, from Hugh, from Ruffy, and from myself, Peter Martin, thank you for watching.
Expect the best used car deals guaranteed. Visit arnoldclark.com.